July the 5 today.
Sorry,
And
what date? Sorry, what, back that up again because I just hit the record button. What did you just say today is?
oh, I said happy Friday, July 5 today.
Can you believe it? So here's
Uh,
something cool. See my background?
yeah, I was going to ask you,
Are you?
what the heck is that about?
Anita and I had the absolute privilege. We met Brad Walsh a few years ago now, hey? And
Yeah, it's been a while.
he has one of the top ranked podcasts called
Yep.
Empowerography. And our episode is live. He
I was,
does such
yeah,
amazing work. Tell people about him a little bit, Anita. We need to give a shout out to our friend Brad.
yeah, Brad is amazing. He really is all about lifting up women.
Yeah.
So like you said, his podcast is Empowerography, and he only has women on his show, only women,
Yep.
right? And he is one of the very few men that I know that is enlightened, awake, aware, and he is, happily married. He's got two beautiful children, and but he has made it his mission to uplift and shine the spotlight on women.
Yes.
And I think it's really, really incredible. And he is such an amazing podcast host. I mean, the questions, he was able to pull out that information. And of course, Cheryl and I did this podcast with him many months ago, and it just aired yesterday or last night, actually. And so I listened to it, and it was really, I mean, it's Cheryl and I and Brad, but Brad asks such great questions, and his interaction is amazing. It was like reading a good book where you can't put it down. I couldn't stop listening to it. So, I mean, that it's, and I'm like, who are those women? Like, that was really, really good. So yeah, we were in divine flow that day, I believe.
Oh.
Anyways, so yeah, Brad's an amazing guy. He's had us on his Empowerography Live platform that he does in
Mhm.
March every year as well. And yeah, if anybody wants a connection to him, because again, he's always uplifting women.
Yes.
And so if you have a message to share out to the world, we can certainly make that connection to Brad for you, and maybe you can be on his podcast. So,
Yeah. And
okay.
right below this, I had posted, you'll see this picture, I think, in our All in Alignment. And I posted it on my first personal page. So there's a couple links there that you can watch or listen to it on Spotify and Apple. Anyway, huge
Mhm.
shout out to Brad. And I noticed something, Anita. We are episode, are you ready for this? 594.
5.
94.
Are you sure it's 5?
Yeah, 594.
We've done 594,
No, 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 no,
500.
no, no. We are Brad's episode.
I'm like, I don't think we've done 594.
It's a 9.
Okay, so with Brad, our episode is 594.
Correct.
Gotcha. Okay.
A 9.
Okay, so what does that equate to?
A 9.
A 9.
9. 9. 9.
Okay, 594. Oh yeah, 99, 18, 9, 9. Whew.
The number
Okay.
that's always itself. Which reminds
Oh,
me, because I'm back in my office,
yay.
I forgot to grab the double digitology book. So if you let everybody know who and what we're doing readings for and all that, I'll be right back.
Okay. We are all in alignment with Anita and Cheryl. And we help our clients, our students, our audience to create sacred spaces in their home so that you can shift your energy and create maybe some different results. And the first Friday of the month, we do what we call a Feng Shui Oracle card reading from the personal paradise card deck of our mentor teacher, Tara Catherine Collins. Yay. Okay, so let's see. You said that you already had some comments, some
Yeah, there
people
was
that,
from your post earlier, Dal.
yep,
Sharon E, Sharat S, and Lara M.
Okay, so that is that's gonna take us right to the top of the hour.
Yeah, without a doubt. So who's doing which ones? You tell me. I'll make a note.
Oh, you tell me, how's that?
Oh. Well, I'll do Dalmain and Sharon, and you do Sharat and Lara. How's that?
Okay, sounds
Right?
good.
Right? But I need a few seconds to get into channel, so.
Okay, and I need, and Arlana says, me too, please, if we have time, we'll see how that goes. And I have my deck ready. Let's see. Oh, Dal, you're down at the beach today in Sylvan. Okay, great. Well, I'm not sure that I'll have time to come and see you, but maybe. We'll see what happens. So I need to know, what does Lara need to know today? We'll just take a few minutes. And yeah, the weather here in central Alberta, Sylvan Lake, especially Red Deer, we are going to have huge temperatures for the next week. So there will be tons of people down at the beach, guaranteed. Um, and do you like my funky glasses? When Cheryl and I were in Las Vegas, we didn't pack our feng shui eyes with us because we thought, oh, yeah, I'm sure in Vegas we're going to find some new glasses that'll be really funky and whatever. And these ones actually had, pink lenses in them. Cheryl, I can't remember what color hers are, but
Red.
anyways, they were expensive. Okay, 3 cards. There we go. Oh, and of course, these card readings are always, always relevant for all of us, for the collective. Okay, so we have Lara. What do we have here for her today? We have card number 11, Water Features. Card number 50, Children and Creativity. Card number 10, Sound Makers. And card number 33, Single Woman's Bedroom. Well, I happen to know that Laura's always got some creative things on the go, and sometimes too many of them, uh, based on, past conversations with her. I don't know if that's still relevant for you today. However, I'm going to suggest that maybe it is because when the water feature card comes up, that's a reminder to stay in the flow of life, right? To um, go the path of least resistance, and that there may be some obstacles put in the way. So that water feature is all about going with the flow, nourishing your physical body, right? Because we are 80% water. We're connected to the energy water of the earth. And it may be that you're not giving yourself that nourishment. So it's a reminder to go with the flow, bring that water energy into your home. And you know what? You live in Sylvan Lake as well. Spend some time by the water with your children. Um, and that sound maker card that came up and the single woman's bedroom, you know, is that indication of being able to stand in your power, use your voice. And if you're feeling that you are acting like a single person, having to juggle the children and that flow is just kind of off a little bit. Again, it's that, use your voice to let the other person in your relationship and or family members know, hey, I could really use some me time. Would you mind taking the children so that I can go and spend some time in nature by the water or something like that? So these are really great cards today. And again, a reminder for all of us that if we're feeling that we're going through life and that it's our sole responsibility to take on and do everything, that it's okay to bring in that joy back into our life, which is the children and creativity card, which reminds us to be in the moment. It's okay to ask for help. And, this is a great card reminder for myself as well, because sometimes I take on that single role and I'm, taking on all of these responsibilities. And it's okay to use my voice to say, hey, enough. I need some help here because I want to get back into my flow of life. I want to get back into that joy, that space of creating um, in life. Yeah. So I hope that resonates for you, Lara. Okay, Cheryl, I'll do charade after you're done. How's that?
Greetings. That is perfect. Thank you. We had a card
Mm,
fall.
mm.
One moment. Oh, two cards. Interesting.
Oh, oh, oh. Ah,
For Dal. Dal. Interesting cards, Dal. Master bedroom, number 31. Water features,
hmm.
number 11. We heard you say you were at the water. And number
Yeah, she's going to
48,
be at the water today.
fame and recognition.
Hmm.
Interesting, interesting. We have a 4, a 2, and a 3. 4 and 2 is 6, and 3 is 9. Oh, dearest, you're ready to complete. Are you? Completion, Dal. Completion of projects, of started and unfinished items. You are a creative. We know this. How many uncompleted items do you have on the go at the moment, dearest? Avoidance of completion is not helpful or beneficial to you. For you see, if you gain the reputation of always being late, late for appointments, late for dates, late for when you say you are going to have something completed for someone. This is a very hard reputation to release, and it stems from incompletions. We want to speak about the 9 and the completion that that represents in numerology. If, however, you are opposite to that, it is because there is a fear behind that of judgment. That if you finish a project and someone criticizes you, it is part of a past that needs to be healed. And this is about your healing and your wounds. This is not just for Dal, as the Anita had mentioned earlier, but for everyone here. Your fame and reputation is connected to the number 9, even though in this deck it is a 48. That is what your reputation is based on. I want to talk about that 9 again and the fact that these 2 wisdom keepers, wisdom sharers, were on the Empowering podcast, a number 9 episode. And it is about completion. It is about the fame and reputation that Brad has gained and garnered over 594 episodes, and his assistance of women and his mission. If he did not complete and tidy up all of those interviews, would he have had 594 of them? So for those of you, especially the creatives that think, oh, I can get back to, how many of those I can get back to projects are incomplete for fear? That's all that's behind this, of judgment of others. We move on.
Mm.
The
I love that. Hmm.
Sharon, we had very opposite cards come up for you. 29 sanctuary, 49 love and marriage, and 34 single man's bedroom. Now, here I want to show you the fire energy in these cards. Look at the colors at the perimeter of these cards. When these two speak about elements and the fire element, the red and the orangey colors, the numbers, the letters, a lot of fire energy happening for Sharon right now. Look at the cards for Dal. The grounding, the nature, the nurture. How different. For Sharon, we know, who was just on a trip, it is possible that spare bedroom in the house is full of now keepsakes from that trip. But we also know that the love and marriage was ignited and rebonded and reconnected during that time frame. Now it is to come back into a space, a place, your home, your sanctuary, which is an 11. It's a 29 card, which is 11. Those two people living in that sanctuary, a place of peace, a place of resonance, a place that's safe, bonding that love and marriage. The times you shared on your recent journey, the good and the we do not want to say the not so good. We shall just say the not so good, for there are always those moments. Always those moments. Take the time, dearest Sharon, to create the sanctuary at home that you so adored on your journey. And again, this is for everyone. Sharon went through wildlife sanctuaries. And how are those based? They're based on safety and security and nature. And it is important to surround yourself with all of that in your own personal environment. We hope this is helpful. Then we had two cards that hit the floor. And you said there was one person that came up late.
Arlana.
Arlana, number 51, helpful people in travel. Do you remember us showing you Lara's cards or Dal's cards, the yellows and the greens? Well, interestingly, the two cards that fell on the floor, one was yellow and one was red from Sharon's deck. The number 14 card, Gardens. So helpful people and travel and gardens, Arlana. Are you the helpful person in the garden? Or do you need a helpful person to help tend to your gardens? Understanding your space, your place is of utmost importance to you right now. Finding that solid ground and that solid balance. Asking for help also means receiving help. One cannot happen without the other. Your plants will not grow without water and sunshine. They receive and then they give, whether it is fruit or flowers or shade. But there is always that giving and receiving cycle, Arlana. Where are you in that cycle?
Excellent. I want to add to that for you, Arlana. You know, the being in the garden and the helpful people and travel. Helpful people in travel is about having the right people show up at the right time to help us when we're in the flow. And it may be that you need to spend more time out in the nature, tending to your garden, getting grounded, because, think of your garden as relationships or people, right? Every one of those little flowers or plants or something like that. And when you tend to those people, then they show up for you in a different way in your life, being in that flow of having the right people show up at the right time. So that's kind of something I had there for you. And Sharon, with your card, Sanctuary, Love and Marriage, and Single Man's Bedroom, again, coming back off of, a life enhancing trip that you just came from, coming back into the home place is always a transition, right? And it may be that these cards are coming up for you as well to drop some of that masculine energy and, bring in some of that softer energy so that it is going to help to create that sanctuary and that love and marriage, because that is all more in that feminine energy. So how can you personally shift some of that masculine energy? Because and again, I know you, but maybe not as well. But I just am picking up that, this whole trip, it was, you taking on the responsibility of planning and making sure and doing all of these things. And again, um, letting Brad come in and take care of you. Okay. Let him allow him to come and take care of you. Okay. Sharat, quickly, we have a few minutes left. So Sharat, there were 4 cards that came up for you. And it was single women's bedroom,
We've had all the bedrooms.
sound makers, windows and doors, and wealth and prosperity. Ooh, so again, that sound maker is all about standing in your power, using your voice. Windows and doors are about, being able, the ability to see what is, what's out through the window. What are you seeing? Or maybe what are you missing seeing? Sometimes, when we look at our physical environment and those windows are blocked or dirty or clouded, we can't see clearly. And so it is important in that physical environment of your home to make sure that your doors are working, that you use your doors, that they're not in disrepair, and that your windows are clean and clear, all of those things, because that's where the opportunities come knocking. That's where you get to see clearly, right? Those are not metaphors. I mean, they are metaphors, but they actually are connected energetically to your physical space that you call home.
What are
So
the card
Sharat, if
numbers?
you want that wealth and prosperity to flow into your life, then windows and doors, really take a good look at them. And again, use your voice to become clear on what it is that you want to achieve. And you know what? There is maybe a single woman waiting for you. She's out there waiting. Um, and maybe the sound maker, maybe you've been a little bit shy. Maybe you've been, peeking on the other side of the door and haven't had the courage to step into it, and ask her out on a date or something.
What are the card
Anyway,
numbers? I mean,
card numbers.
yes.
We have 33, 10, 40, and 47. Mm-hmm. Love it. Ah, so what does that all tally up to?
I'm getting there. 10, 11.
Okay. Yeah, so Dell's was a 9,
Yeah.
Lara was a 5, which is about change. Sharon, yours was a 5, about change.
Sharon, I
And
had as a 4.
Arlana's was an 11, and Sharat was a 4.
No, I had Sharon as a 4.
Oh, as a 4. Oh, okay.
11
And
and 11, 7, 4 and 11, 22, 4.
okay, maybe I didn't add hers up. Oh, Sharat's was a 5. Sorry. Sharat was a 5. So we got 2 5s, an 11, and 9. Ooh, so we got change, we got completion happening and illumination. And a 4 is all about foundation. Love it.
Okay.
Oh, Sharon nailed it. Do all the planning. Okay, yep. I love it. Love it. And again, you know what? It's not us. It's the cards. And the it is just that we're all connected energetically, and we have to trust that what comes through is yeah,
Well, and
okay.
it's for everybody. Interestingly, we had all the bedrooms. We had
Mm-hmm.
single man, single woman's, and master bedroom come up.
Right.
And we didn't talk about bedrooms at all.
Mm,
There was no
right.
messages about bedrooms for everybody, which I shouldn't say at all, but it wasn't spoken about as much as which is really, I mean, the cards come up, but the message we get with the card may not have anything to do with the card.
Right. And I think,
Yes.
right, with Dell, master bedroom, it's
Yeah.
about being the master of your life.
Yeah.
If, having that fame and recognition, how do you want other people to see you? Then you have to see yourself as being the master because you are a
Hmm.
master. You are a master artist. And you have to have that confidence. You have to be able to ripple that out into the world for other people to see you because the fame and recognition is all about how other people see us
Yeah. And
or
we
how
had
we want to be seen in the world.
out of the Bagua, we had helpful people in travel, wealth and
Mm-hmm.
prosperity, and fame and recognition come up today. You
Ooh.
know that there's over 50 some cards in this deck.
Yep.
So to have 3 Bagua areas come up is very interesting to me because so this is a Bagua from the card deck. This is the
Mm-hmm.
wealth and prosperity. This is the fame and recognition. And this is the helpful people and travel.
Mm-hmm.
And where were they going with this? It's the perimeters. So the windows and doors are attached to this.
Mm-hmm.
And what are you seeing out? And when you were talking with Sharat about the windows and doors specifically, Anita, I kept hearing the word blocked. And are you feeling blocked, Sharat? Are you feeling like you're hitting a wall? And is that being reflected when you look out a door or window? You might live in an apartment building, or maybe your bedroom faces another house, and all you see is the wall of that house, and you're feeling
Mm-hmm.
blocked. So there's some places and areas of your life where you want to make a breakthrough and you're not sure how to do it. What are you looking at? What are you facing on a
Mm-hmm.
constant daily basis? What are you seeing physically and energetically on a daily basis? When we all can look through our windows and doors and
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
see something,
what is being
what is
reflected back? Right.
100%. And for those that are out in nature, and have the ability to go to Sylvan Lake, to ground with Gaia, to be in the water, to be amongst the trees, we see bigger perspectives. We see more, and that opens us up more. But if you're stuck in a city and you don't have that opportunity, maybe there's some ways you can make some changes. Don't know your
Mm-hmm.
situation, but that was just some additional information.
Well, and you can always bring that nature indoors,
Yes.
right? In the way of a plant or
Hmm.
a picture, right? We know that a picture is worth 10,000 words.
Yeah. A
It
symbol.
really is.
Yeah.
They say it's worth 1,000 words, but I think it's worth 10,000 words. So just shifting the space with a picture
Yeah.
if you don't have a great view out your window, Sharat. Anyways, it's all personal. It's all a personal journey,
100%.
and everybody's lives is different. And that's why you want to have a home consultation, I think. But again, this great card readings today,
Yeah.
everyone, because it definitely holds true for all of us. there's something in there for all of us that we can take a little piece of that and improve on, like you said, Cheryl, our fame and recognition, having those helpful people. If you want people to come into your life, then how are you showing
Being
up in the
helpful.
world?
Yeah.
How are you building those relationships? Because all of those things, obviously make our life more abundant, more joy-filled, more in service, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But you
Mm-hmm.
can't always be in service. It's a
Mm-hmm.
wonderful saying, but that's also all about giving and not receiving. And to
Mm-hmm.
find that balance, you need to be also able to receive. Just wanted to add that in there.
Okay, I think that one was for me.
My wood dragon friend. All right, everybody,
Okay, well,
thank
we're
you
at the
so
top of the
much.
hour.
We are. And again, have a listen to the podcast from Brad. The post is below in our chain on All in Alignment on our Facebook page. I've shared it out on my personal page as well. Please share it out. It is actually, and I'm going to take Anita's word for it. I have not had the opportunity to listen to it, but I will get to it on my list later today, likely while I'm putting my house back together. And as you can see, I'm here. We did not go on our trip, so all worked out as it was supposed to.
Okay, well, I'm just going to take another minute because we didn't go and tally up all the numbers and you went and got your book.
Yeah. Okay. I
So,
thought you were tallying up all the numbers.
oh, I think I got a 7.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go with your 7 then, because I didn't continue tallying because I thought you had. So,
Okay.
oh, look at that. And that's what I flipped to. Oh, first point, the number 7, being in the head.
Oh.
How about we get out of the head?
Hmm.
The 7 is the most spiritual of all numbers. It represents connecting to the outer realms, the quantum field, and the ethers above your head. The 7 by itself is not grounded. It is expecting things to be different. Oh, it is about expecting things to be different. It is about spiritual teachings. It is about spiritual energy, trying to make things fit into a conscious physical world. The solo 7 is about divine intervention and attempting to make things fit into the logical, analytical world of the mind. The 7, with its upright stem, has no foundation. Yet, with the flat arm reaching out, it is connecting with the higher or outer realms. Some say the 7 is an interdimensional number connecting with galactic energy as well as earthbound energy. And the 7 can also be looked at as a diving board.
Okay, that is all relevant information as it connects to all of those cards and kind of sums it all up. So
Perfect.
get ready, get on the diving board, spring off, shift the energy in your home, and you will shift the energy in your life and vice versa.
100%. Have a great week, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. We are all in alignment, creating sacred spaces with none other than Anita and Cheryl.
Woo-hoo-hoo.
Bye.
Bye for now.